what we're going to do here to Rage Nerd is show you what gaming is all about, what board gaming is, what kind of board games are out there, what you can do to improve your gaming experience, what you can do to improve your gaming organization, and in general, if you're a designer, what you can do to just improve your games. So let's talk about this. There are several reasons why you should be playing board games. Board games have come a long way since we were kids. I mean, Candyland. You roll some dice, you move some spaces, you get some colors. Maybe you advance from that to Monopoly. You rolled some dice, you moved some spaces, you bought some property of different colors. Modern gaming has become so much more than just that. Don't get me wrong, rolling dice and moving spaces could still be part of that game, but there are tons of games now that don't even have dice, don't have spaces. Games nowadays are much more nuanced than that. First of all, you're not just always playing against each other. There are games now where you play with each other against the game. There are some games where some of you are working against everybody else who are working together. There are a variety of ways that games can be played nowadays, and that is huge for you and your family because it gives you a different experience every time you play one of these different games. And that's what makes gaming great, that unique experience that you can share. Modern board gaming is much more thematic. There are games for superhero lovers, there are games for fantasy lovers and science fiction lovers and book lovers and history lovers and math lovers. Yes, there are math lovers out there, and there are games for you. And that is one of the reasons you should be playing these games, because they appeal to such a wide variety of audiences. There's going to be some out there that will appeal to you. Out in the world, there are scientists who study things like happiness. And according to some of the reports, experiences make us the happiest. Having memories that we can share with our friends and family has been proven to make you happier longer than just buying things. In my experience, board gaming is the epitome of those two things. You're buying a thing to share the experience of that thing with your friends and family. So when you're playing a board game, your friends and family are working with you or against you, but you're all playing together. You're interacting together and having a shared experience. You're talking to each other as opposed to staring at a TV screen or a movie screen and not talking at all. And that's something that money just can't buy. Games are educational. I mean, let's be real honest. We all learn from playing games. And some of us learn best by playing games because they're fun and they engage you in a way that just reading a textbook is not going to do. The way that listening to a lecture is just not going to do, as I sit here and lecture you. Anyway, games can teach you all sorts of skills that you're going to need in your professional and personal life, such as resource management, decision making, puzzle solving, communication. These are all powerful tools that everyone needs. Ages 8 and up. It's teaching you math while you're playing a game. If somebody taught me math while playing a game, I'd probably be much better at math now. Anatomy flux, chemistry flux. We've got a bunch of fluxes out there, but that's not the only games out there. Timeline, also ages 8 and up. Timeline will teach you history. It teaches you the history of inventions and music and math and authors, and it puts it all together in a way that makes you helps you understand how they relate to each other in the timeline from beginning to end. And that's great. It gives you a much better concept and grasp on these historical dates when you can see them in a way that's much more interesting than just written down in a textbook. Here's a big reason I think you should be playing board games, especially if you're on a budget. We all have many, many options nowadays on how we want to spend our budget on entertainment. I mean, most of us are on a budget. Most of us only have so many dollars to work with, and we can only do so many things. I feel like gaming is the best use of your money for your budgetary dollar. And here's why. You go to the movies with your family of 4. and or friends of 4. And you're looking at anywhere from $5 to $15 a movie ticket, depending on where you live. Maybe more. If I go to a matinee, it's $5 a piece, but if I go on Friday nights, it could be $13, $15, $18 if I'm going to IMAX movies a piece. And now you're in the movie theater, so you need drinks and popcorn and Junior Mints. And it's not unrealistic to say that you may spend $50 to $60 going to the movies. Alternatively, you could spend that $60 on a board game or 2 board games. And now you have something that you can play over and over and over again. You go to the movies and you spent 8 hours as a family, 2 hours apiece in the theater, and it costs you $50. If I take those 8 hours and I divide them into the $60 I spent, then I have about 7 and some change per hour's worth of entertainment value. On the other hand, if I buy a board game for $60 and I play it one time, then it's going to be about the same cost. But the second time I play it, I've now put 16 hours into it. Or I've put 24 hours into it the third time I played it. And if I own that game, I can play it whenever I want. I can play it daily, weekly, monthly. I can break it out once a year. I can break it out at Christmas. But whenever I break out that game, I still own it. I'm not having to pay more to play that game again. Unless, not like a movie. I have to pay when it comes out on DVD or video, or I've got to pay to go see it in the theater again. So that's going to wrap up our video for today. We just wanted to touch base on what Enraged Nerd is and what we're going to be doing. And that is, we're going to be answering all these questions that we talked about today, but we're going to not just answer them, we're going to demonstrate them. We're going to show you what makes board gaming fun by actually playing some board games. We're going to actually teach you strategies. We're going to teach you better ways to organize. Yes, we're going to have organization tips for all you gamers out there who can't figure out how to put the stuff back in the box. And you gamers know what I'm talking about. All right, that wraps it up today. So if you liked the video and you want to see more, give us a little subscribe down in the bottom. Hit the little doobly thing, hit the click. Just click it. Click it! That way you'll know when we got more stuff coming out for you.